Welcome back, YouTubers and fellow toy train buffs, to another update on the Edge of Town micro layout. First, a big shout out and thank you to all my new subscribers, and for all the older subscribers, not old, but you know what I mean. Thank you for staying on board. Okay, now the Edge of Town layout, the layout that's evolutionary, not revolutionary. There are a couple updates. I really haven't felt like doing much, but quite frankly, what I have been doing is spending a lot of time trying to put together what should have been an easy kit. I'll explain that here in a few. The first thing I did, though, in the evolutionary process of detailing this layout is I put gravel down here, which is actually N-scale ballast, so that the cars don't have to drive through a mud hole anymore. And I like this so much that I'm thinking of doing the same treatment for the freight facility, which I haven't come up with a name yet for. I'm thinking Fast Eddie's Freight, or I don't know, something. And, because trucks and whatnot, they don't need to be driving in a mud hole either on a dirt road. They at least should have some gravel. Now, of course, this portion here, the freight dock, and this portion here were all the still original remnants from when this was a traveling layout 20 years ago. And it's taken me this long to do a little extra detailing. Alright, so I do like the look of that. This area is as yet kind of unrealized. I have plans for it. I've said it in the past. I mean, this little town station is the smallest plastic station that I'm aware of on the market. I have the K-Line and Marx and Plasticville plastic stations, and they're all larger. Now you see how that bay window bumps out like that and actually takes space away. It's a really nice feature. It makes the station look very attractive, but it does take up toy train layout real estate. So I've already got a kit to replace this, and that's for the future. Now on to that, what should have been an easy to build structure. I tell you what, guys, I could have made a video tutorial on how not to put together a shake the box kit. This is the Bar Mills crossing shanty. I don't know, I doubt whether I can get in and get some good detail shots. But I made so many mistakes on here, it's incredible. I managed to cover them up, and I feel a little guilty about telling you that I did that all, but hey, what the heck. It still turned out pretty decent. It's not finished. The roof comes off. Alright, it's the roof pigeon on there. This is not the roofing material that comes with the kit. I went to clevermodels.net, or is it .com? Maybe it's clevermodels.net, and downloaded some tar paper textures. Then, for the interior, some more clevermodels.net textures. That's not actually floorboard. That planking is supposed to be for the side of a building, but it works just as well for a floorboard. Then there's wallpaper and wainscoting. So the one thing I have to do yet is install the potbelly stove and install the smokestack for it on the outside. Now, it's rather unusual The bar mills kit is rather unusual in that it has the smokestack showing it's coming out of the side. I'll tell you what, guys, I've been doing a lot of looking on the internet, and I don't think I saw but one picture of a crossing shanty with the smokestack coming out of the side. Essentially, let me take this off again. Essentially, the potbelly stove would be towards the back and in the middle of the floor, and the chimney would go straight up through the roof. All right. After debating on where I should place this on the layout, again, after looking at a lot of photos, these crossing shanties would be like right next to the track. They have to be close to the crossing gates because in the old days, the guy who was stationed at the shanty, someone who was likely on light duty, would have to walk out with his stop sign, stop traffic, and manually crank down the crossing gates. They had a big counterbalance on the side, I'm sorry, on the end, and to balance the weight of the long, what would be long wooden arms here. And he would have to manually crank down those crossing gates. Then, in about 99 and 9/10 of the photos I've seen, the crossing shanties were simply plopped down on a piece of dirt, quite frankly. I think I saw only a couple photos wherein the shanty was on a concrete pad. All the rest of them were right at the side of the crossing gates, and they would have been right on the dirt. Like, this is where I had it last time, but it's too close to the tracks. Okay, so that means I think I'm going to take this concrete pad out and turn this into a dirt lot, and I could detail it with stuff, okay? You know, not a whole lot, because I've also noticed the crossing shanties were pretty neat. The railroads and the railroad employees kept their little parcel of land there quite tidy. I didn't see anything that was decrepit. But we're talking about a decrepit railroad here, so in the cave. So that works. Also, one little detail I just got in the other day was a set of K-line freight station people and accessories. These are from the old Marx molds and would have come with the Marx factory and a couple other of their sets. But what I liked was the forklift is pre-OSHA. No roll bar, no cage. It's old school. Remember, Marx came out with their freight station and the assorted accessories back in the 50s. So that fits perfectly. This is going to need a little beating up and weathering and whatnot, but I think this is a good little detail to have here in the freight station area. I mean, after all, they need a way to get pallets and stuff on and off the loading dock and loading docks. So there you have it. So those are the updates so far. And if I may be allowed to muse a little, I'm mulling over taking out this Mike's Train House Rail King gatehouse, elevated gatehouse. It kind of doesn't belong. I mean, the railroad here would have, probably wouldn't have a structure like this out on the siding. The conductor would probably get out, throw the switch, and the engineer do his moves, pulling in, loads and empties. And I'm thinking of taking this out. I won't get rid of it, use it on another layout, but as much as I like it, it's the smallest gatehouse I could find out there. elevated gatehouse, well, or at least one of the smallest. But I think that's going to go. Okay, what do we have for a train? Well, what I got today is this nice set I bought from out of Canada a couple years back. I believe the gentleman called it the Red Comet. It is the 994 engine with electric engine, because they came in wind up and battery operated. But this is the electric version with red painted cow catcher, smokestack, and domes. It has a light plastic lens, no what do you call that? Oh well, no something or another. No lens shade. I just had a brain dump. Okay. Awkward. Alrighty. So, and no smoke. So there you have it. Did a couple other things. I was out here playing. Took a still of this. Shh. Don't move. I like that. Alrighty. The engine is a fairly decent runner. Let's see if I can, if the E unit doesn't stick, if it'll go for me. Okay, backwards. All right. All right, it did that before on me. Here's what I'm going to do. Patience. Patience. Like I said, it was running pretty decent before. I'm going to put this on camera on the tripod. All right. All right. Get the O50. Bring it around. And let's see if that works. Ta-da! There are several sets listed in the Greenberg books. Different set numbers, but they all list the same contents. The 994 engine, the nickel plate tender and caboose, and the Pennsylvania boxcar and Wabash gondola. They're all listed as coming with track and transformer, no accessories. The only thing I could not find was an exact description of the engine with the red decals. Like I said, I got it from a gentleman in Canada. It had the set box bottom, but not the set box top. And of course the set number would have been on the box top, and that's missing. You notice the electric switch? That's not going to stay. I don't like it. I don't like the looks of it. And really, do I need an electric switch when the thing is only that far away? So I'm sitting here driving the train because, hey, you know. There you go. we're going to let this thing crawl a little. Alrighty. You may have guessed I took the camera off the tripod. Okay, there we go. Just so we can get a different angle. Alrighty. Woo! Bring it on home. Alrighty. Nice set. Usual kind of reverse unit problems. That's okay. I can't wait to get this on a larger layout with a little bit more running room and no switches. But that is that's a project that's still in my mind. Alrighty guys, well, I thank you very much for joining me on this update and short running session on the Edge of Town micro layout. And again, thank you to all the new subscribers. And until next time, tschüss, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, bye y'all.